And this one, it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby, yeah. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar. How to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby, yeah. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Elks and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a first carry here for Robinson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Tua now on first down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is at the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And that will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Second down and a run by Robinson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. This pass out wide to Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Again, it'll be Robinson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Elks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Wentz trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To try again after the sack. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
From midfield, here's Tua. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2.
Let's go now.
Tua on 4th down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Tua.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Robinson. Touchdown. Legal I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Carson Wentz and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He was intercepted on that last drive, the 3rd one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Wentz now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Who dumps this one off here to Hall? And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now this throw caught left side, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Elks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that they're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. This one caught by Kittle. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 75 yards. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Down. Strike it.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down. Tua. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that will be incomplete as well.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Let's go now.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Boy, shifts past him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Elks continue to pull away here in this first half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get it?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let it go again. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So we've come past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Tua now on first down. Another catch there for Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Elks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes, he thinks he's going to throw a hole.
Ball has it knocked loose.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Waddle is going to let him not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Here we go, Jack.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Tua now on first down.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Touchdown!
Brian Robinson Jr.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Elks have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Luntz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Luntz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare real life.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A short kick taken at the 18. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Wentz's throw finds its target, Dobbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Wentz now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Second and goal from inside the 5. Robinson again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Robinson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Oh, they'll run the option right, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's Wentz to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Wentz. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where
he's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
In motion, Hill. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides.